I found love in you, and I've learned to love me too.
I found a love for me. Well, darling, just dive right in and follow my lead. Well, I found a girl, beautiful and sweet. Well,
Just give me flowers that make me smile. Just give me some of your time every once in a while. You should write me love notes that's not played out. It's just society got this whole love thing so twisted around. You should blow me kisses while I'm across the room, and baby, I'll catch everyone.
Before we begin the ceremony for this lovely couple, they would like everyone to know that they are very pleased and honored to have each and every one of you here. You all came to support them in the middle of a pandemic, and it shows that you all love dignity and happiness for them. They love each other, and every one of you here today for supporting them and making sure their day is better than perfect. We gather today to celebrate the wedding of Jonnai and Mark. You came here today as committed partners, best friends and lovers, and you will leave with two more titles, that of husband and wife. Your relationship will be the same and yet different. Like the water that lies before us, it will be ever-changing, yet always there for you. It will be stronger. Sometimes it could be cloudy or even stormy, but we know that although the sun shines above the clouds, we know that love shines above the storms. We'd like to recognize some important family members that were unable to make it today. Their son, Ricardo Hollingsworth, their sister, Ebony Watkins, their mother, Frida Watkins, their beloved father, Walter Hollingsworth, who passed away recently. But we are certain that he is here in heart and spirit, as well as supporting and blessing this marriage. And last but not least, their mother, Connie Hollingsworth, who has sent her blessing. Go ahead over there. Right behind them.
Sorry. Thanks.
Oh,
Otherwise you might need me later.
okay.
Step up a little bit.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. Come over here. Yeah, right over here. Hey, yo. You part of the wedding now.
You're preaching today.
All right. So Mark, this is from your mom. On behalf of your late father and myself, I am pleased to happy to have this opportunity to offer this congratulatory wishes to you and Jonnai as you celebrate your wedding day. Mark, you have been one of the sweetest blessings of my life. An extraordinary gift. You are very courageous, determined, and an affectionate man. I thank God He gave you Bill to use to build him. Since you and Jonnai have decided to unite your marriage, it gives me great pleasure to officially welcome her to our family today. She is a very special young lady. I will always appreciate more than you will ever know your loving and compassionate heart that inspire both of you to attempt to plan your wedding to include Bill, even though he is extremely real. Mark, your dad loves you very much. One of the best for you. He knew that you would need a guardian angel to guide you through life. So with Bill, as an angel on my shoulder today, I wish both of you and Jonnai immeasurable joy and happiness as you embark on your journey. May God bless you. I love you very much.
Thank you so much. Those words mean so much. Is everything okay?
Yes.
What's the matter? Your moms are watching. Okay. You okay? Okay. Today is truly a glorious day. As today both of you are blessed with God's greatest of all gifts, the gift of abiding love and devotion between a man and a woman. And how special to get married on the beach, because patience, fortitude, and the passage of time have made these random elements, which are present everywhere in the known universe, into a beautiful and natural oasis. If you look out there, you'll see thousands and thousands of miles of water. If you look out here, there lies in front of you thousands and thousands of miles of land. This is the place of transition. This is the place where weddings should take place, because this is the place where water becomes solid, where the solid becomes liquid, and a place where great changes take place all around us, all the time. Thank you, Jesus. The tide, the waves, the storm could come, but how strong your love is and the strength to float, not swim, but float, determines your final journey. Like love, the waves are never still. They're always moving, even a little bit or a lot, depending on what the Lord wants that day. But is the water ever not perfect the way it is? No, the water is always perfect. The ocean is always perfect. It's never the same, but it's always perfect. And that is a lesson for love for today. Love is always perfect. It might not look the same. It might not look like today, but it's always perfect right in that moment, because it will bring you to the next moment. And that moment will bring you to the next moment. And time goes on and on and on. Feelings come and go. Faith does not. Love is faith. Faith is a belief in something you cannot prove, right? But we know that it is real. That is love. Love is faith. Having faith in that love, having that commitment, ironically, is what sets you free, because you know that that love is real. You never wake up and say, is my love real? Is my love not real? You never say that, right? Because now you have the freedom to know that your love is real. Not just from today because you're getting married, you're doing a legal document, but every day that you wake up together and every day that you go to bed together and you give love to your children and love to each other, that faith in love will see you through. And it will be perfect at every single moment. For Jonnai, it was love at first pizza. A few days later on your first date, then you started your spree at the live casino. A good sign that you won money that night. We know that health and prosperity and fortune are in your future. You started spending more time together. You traveled to Vegas twice, Miami 3 times, New York, Virginia, Pennsylvania, a drive-through safari. It was a trip frenzy. You couldn't wait to experience new things together. Little discoveries of the outside and inside of your relationship brought you closer. The proposal, let's let this boat go by. Hello. All right. Someone's enjoying his day. And you know that's a him. And you know her. The proposal was on Christmas in 2019. Jonnai, you didn't know why, but you were asked to get your hair and nails done. Then on Christmas Day, you started to open gifts with the kids. And Mark, you were joking that you didn't get her a gift. Then you got down on one knee and proposed. It was a surprise, though Mark's mom and dad knew, and Jonnai's dad had given his permission as well. They were good at keeping a secret surprise. And that's a surprise. Human nature never changes. You initially planned your day to be in Washington, D.C., but as we know, life has other plans. Today we celebrate your wedding, but you will have the rest of your lives to celebrate your marriage with your family and your friends. Mark, Jonnai loves how patient you are, how strong you are. Jonnai, Mark loves your kindness and your warm heart. She reminds you of your mom, Mark. Nurturing and compassionate, you have a feeling of safety when you're together. Your hopes and dreams for the future include prosperity, health, great communication and honesty, and a life in Miami with career opportunities and perhaps a business or two. Today is your wedding, but your life together has already started. Sometimes people use the term wedding and marriage interchangeably, but we know that that's not the case. This is a wedding. Your life is your marriage. Your loving marriage is boundless like the ocean. It is extended now to your children, and soon, probably, hopefully, in the not too distant future, to grandchildren. We learn to love. She's like, nuh-uh. We learn to love by being loved. We learn to love by being loved. Loving and living together is both the greatest challenge and the greatest reward of married life. I'm going to ask you now to affirm your vows, your sacred promise to each other. Please turn towards each other. Mark, please repeat after me. I, Mark Hollingsworth, take you, Jonnai Watkins, to be my wife.
I, Mark Hollingsworth, take you, Jonnai
To have and to hold.
Watkins,
From this day forward. For better or for worse. For richer, for poorer. In sickness and in health. To love and to cherish. From this day forward. Until death do us part. Jonnai, please repeat after me. Mark, I vow to always be grateful for your love, your acceptance and support, from the moment we met until time everlasting. It has transformed me. It has shown me courage. Courage to live. Courage to trust. And most importantly, courage to love. I promise today that my love is everlasting. Endless, intimate, inspirational. Healthy, dignified, and eternal. I vow today to always personify the blessing that our mothers and fathers bestowed upon us and will always support us in love as Mr. and Mrs. Hollingsworth. May we have the rings, please? Mark and Jonnai, I ask you to put the rings in the flat of the palm of your hand as we ponder these rings and their unbroken wholeness are tokens of your union, tokens of your love. Just as these circles are without end, we know that love is eternal. They represent the enduring trust and affection that you bring to each other today and every day. May they ever remind you that your lives are bound together by devotion, faithfulness, and an inner spiritual bond. God, please bless these rings. Grant those who wear them always to have a deep faith in you and a deep faith in each other. May they always live together in peace, goodwill, and love. Mark, please put Jonnai's ring on her finger. Hold it there. and repeat after me. Let this ring be a symbol of my promise to you and a reminder of my devotion to you. I am honored to call you my wife. Please secure the ring on Jonnai's finger. Jonnai, please put Mark's ring on his finger, hold it there, and repeat after me. Today, as I place the ring on your finger, I want you to not only know that it means forever, but it means everlasting. Endlessly, intimacy, inspiration, dignity, and most importantly, love. Please secure the ring on Mark's finger. I ask you to keep holding hands every single time, right? Every single time. I think it's the salt air, like it expands you like a little bit, and the ring is snug, and it's always a struggle. It's so funny. A blessing for your marriage. May your marriage bring you all the exquisite excitements a marriage should bring. And may life grant you also patience, tolerance, and understanding. May you always need each other, not so much to fill your emptiness as to help you know your fullness. A mountain needs a valley to be complete. The valley does not make the mountain less, but more. And the valley is more a valley because it has a mountain towering over it. So let it be with you and you. May you need one another, but not out of weakness. May you want one another, but not out of lack. May you entice one another, but not compel one another. May you embrace one another, but not encircle one another. May you succeed in all important ways with one another and not fail in the little graces. May you look for things to praise, often say I love you, and take no notice of small faults. If you have quarrels that push you apart, may both of you hope to have good sense enough to take the first step back towards each other. May you enter into the mystery, which is the awareness of one's presence, no more physical than spiritual, warm and near when you are side by side, warm and near when you are in separate rooms or even distant cities. May you have happiness, and may you find it making one another happy. May you have love, and may you find it loving one another. What God has willed to be together, let no human being tear asunder. Jonnai and Mark, in the presence of God and these sacred witnesses and the universe and Jesus, who taught us love and performs every true marriage, you have spoken the words and performed the rites that unite your lives. I therefore declare your marriage to be valid and binding and pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss the bride. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. and Mrs. Hollingsworth. All right. Woo!
Makes no difference what you're going through. You're gonna make it. God's gonna see you through. Hold your head